Welcome back to Living in the San Francisco Bay Area. Today we are going to check out one of my favorite neighborhoods in San Francisco, Bernal Heights. Bernal is an excellent neighborhood and an amazing location. If you're interested in San Francisco neighborhoods, today is going to be super fun. We're going to talk about my top 5 reasons people love living in Bernal Heights. Plus, we're going to take a walking tour of downtown Bernal, aka Courtland Avenue. Check out some of the surrounding streets in the neighborhood and the park. My name's Andrea West. I've been a realtor since 2010 and I'm a Bay Area native. I'm originally from Marin, then I lived in San Francisco for 8 awesome years before we bought our family compound in the East Bay in 2019. So I know Bay Area real estate from both sides of the bridge. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, I would love to meet with you. My contact information is below. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. You can also use my QR code in my banner and book a Zoom with me. All right, so let's get started. We are down here in the flats of Bernal. So that's the Precita Park Cafe. I love that spot. People that own Precita Park Cafe have a few different cafes throughout San Francisco. They all have kind of a similar vibe, and then they call them the XX Cafe, depending on where it's located. Really tasty food. They've got like burgers and salads and eggs, and you can do brunch, and they've got beer and wine and mimosas, and of course, coffee. They roast the coffee and house themselves, which is really great. I'm gonna come over here and just look. You can see this really great playground for the kiddos at Precita Park. Now, I have seen a few houses here right along Precita Park, and whenever my clients look along Precita Park, these houses get snatched up so quickly and for so much money, because who wouldn't want to live here? This is such a great location. You're about 1 or 2 blocks from Cesar Chavez, and Cesar Chavez is where the neighborhood changes from being the Mission to being Bernal Heights. So if you're at Cesar Chavez and you're on one side, you're in Bernal Heights, you're on the other side, you're in the Mission. So who wouldn't want to live here because you're just a block from the Mission? You've got everything at your fingertips. Plus, you've got this really charming park here. You can see it's a great place to bring out the dogs and the kids, and it's just a very cute kind of little vibe out here. All right, let's get into my 5 favorite reasons to pick Bernal. Amazing weather. Bernal is one of the warmest parts of San Francisco. It's closer to the bay, further from the ocean, so it's got better sun exposure and a lot less fog. So if you like it a little bit warmer, you're gonna love Bernal Heights. Number 4, do you like views? Who doesn't like views? In Bernal, you can get both bay and city views depending on where you are, because Bernal is one big hill and it basically has a 360 in the neighborhood, so you can get views from all sides of it. Number 3, it has a really cute downtown feel. We're gonna go check out Cortland and check out downtown Bernal Heights so you can get a feel for it. It feels almost like a small little like village or town right in San Francisco, which is super fun. Number 2, it's excellent for commuting. You're really close to the freeway, so you can get on and off the 280 and the 101 really easily. Plus, there's tons of muni lines that run in and out of there. And it's really not that far if you like walking and you like a little calf workout to get in and out of downtown and walk down into the Mission or walk into some of the surrounding neighborhoods. And number 1, it is a great inclusive neighborhood. There is something to do for everybody. It's really popular with people with kids and dogs because there's lots of things for kids to do, playgrounds and activities, and lots of stores for both dogs and children, and lots of parks around. So we're going to check out some of the parks today in Bernal Heights. Plus, the food is amazing. Everyone's going to find something really tasty to eat or drink in Bernal Heights. So we are looking up Alabama Street right now. Now, as I said, we're right at the border of Bernal Heights, right where it starts, and we're looking up Alabama, and that is Bernal up there. That a beautiful hill is Bernal Heights Park, which go check it out, and then you can go on up into kind of downtown Bernal up there. All right, so we are just going to drive around the Precita Park area for a few minutes so you can kind of see what the flats of Bernal look like, more or less. Well, I say flats, and then we head on up a hill. I should say the lower part of Bernal looks like. Bernal is definitely known for having a lot of hills, and it's all kind of leading up to Bernal Heights Park. That's the top of Bernal, and we're going to go check that out. But you can see there's a lot of hills, a lot of inclines, and a lot of these like fun, smaller streets, little windy roads. It's definitely a cute neighborhood, and depending on what side of Bernal you're on, it might have a little bit of a different feel. This side is the side that's closer to the Mission and kind of into more central San Francisco. So this side's just a little bit closer to the Mission and into more like central San Francisco. And we're just going to drive back down to Precita Park, and we're going to go the other way. It's kind of where we started. You can see the park over there, lots of kids and dogs alike going to check that out. And then if you take Alabama here and you head back towards Cesar Chavez, we are right at the edge of Bernal, and we're going to cross Cesar Chavez. If you did cross Cesar Chavez, you'd be going into the Mission. So the Mission is right there. You can just see how close it is. Now Cesar Chavez really breaks up Bernal and the Mission. All right, so we are going to head down Cesar Chavez to Folsom, which I think is a beautiful street. And again, this is Bernal Heights over here on your left, the Mission over here on your right. And we're going to check it out and then go drive up the hill, go check out Courtland Avenue. We're going to go check out Bernal Heights Park and just give you a really good feel for what it's like to live in Bernal Heights. I love Folsom. I just love the tree-lined streets. It's like kind of a wider street, so there's actually some parking here. And you're right up next to Precita Park. And then over here is the Harvest Hills Market. They've got, you know, some good wine and other local... They've got good wine and liquor selections over there. You can go pick something up and go take it over to the park. We definitely have. And then we're going to drive on up the hill and we're going to see Bernal Heights Park and Courtland Avenue. All right, one of the reasons people love living in Bernal, look at those views. Oh my goodness. We are up right next to Bernal Heights Park, and you can just see all of downtown San Francisco. And over there, you can see the bay as well. Let's go. All right, so here we are at Bernal Heights Park. Look how beautiful that is. And check out these views. Oh my goodness. And this is just walking right next to the park. We're not even up in the park yet. You can just see over there, you've got the bay. Over here, you've got the city. And we are right here at Bernal Heights Park. We're gonna go check it out. Show you what it's like walking up these steps. It's kind of fun. Definitely not something for high heels, but you know, definitely don't also need hiking boots or anything to do it either. Now, this hill has got amazing views. See the city there. Check out over there, you've got the bay. You're looking kind of over into Bayview and then out to more of the bay. And then right below us, the closest neighborhood there is Bernal. And then out beyond that, you've got more of San Francisco into the Excelsior district, then out into Crocker Amazon, and then over there into kind of going into Daly City that way. And then the ocean is on the other side of the hill. Now, there's a second part to Bernal Heights Park, which is definitely the longer hike. Unfortunately, I'm chasing the sun, so I couldn't do that one today, but there is an amazing swing out there. You can check out the great views of Bernal Heights Park from the swing. You can see why this is popular with people if they just want to come out, get some exercise, come check out the views. People bring their dogs up here, play fetch. It's super fun. And you can see the Golden Gate Bridge there off in the distance. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up well enough, but it's definitely there. And it's really not foggy today. And this is kind of how clear it is in Bernal most of the year round. Really great to come check out Bernal Heights Park. Now that we made it to the top of the park, let's head down and go check out Courtland Avenue and Bernal Village to get the cute neighborhood feel that we're looking for. All right, here we are in Bernal Heights. Let's get checking out on Courtland Avenue. So we are gonna start right here at the corner of Cortland and Gates, and we are gonna walk up Cortland so you can check out this fun little downtown area of Bernal Heights. So over here we've got Piquio's Peruvian and Tapas. I love this place. I've been here with my family. They got a really nice like indoor-outdoor covered patio in the back. Over there you've got another little coffee shop bakery on the corner. That's across the street. Here you've got Andy's Market. This is kind of like a little bit of an elevated corner store kind of feel. There is a full market here in town, or here on Cortland, that we'll go check out. Across the street, you've got pizza, seafood station, and then the tequila shop. We also have mezcal and craft beer. Here you've got a Pentecostal church right next to the El Jacal Mexican Grill. So kind of a taqueria style, and that's across the street from the tequila mezcal shop. Over there you've got Martha Brothers Coffee. They've got great coffee and good kind of snacks and food as well. And then a couple doors down from that, they've got Tacos Los Altos, more Mexican food. Right here you've got St. Kevin's Catholic Church, big, beautiful, historic church. You can see how there's lots of traffic going up and down Cortland. So you've got Muni that comes here, and then you've got lots of traffic coming in and out. Right now we're walking in toward the Mission. Behind me is Bayview. So Bayview is Another neighborhood that's a little bit kind of more on the outer rim of the city rather than the Mission's, a little bit more centrally located. So just to give you a little bit of perspective. Across the street, that's Moki's Sushi and Japanese food. And over here, we've got a laundromat. It seems to get kind of a good vibe that there's a lot of really good places to eat and a lot of family-friendly activities and places as well. So you can see that the type of shops and restaurants around is definitely a very family-friendly neighborhood. So looking over here, there's actually a playground right over there. This is behind the public library. And then the San Francisco Public Library is here. Across there's the United Dumplings. Next to that, there is a ramen and pizza place, because you get to do both. Next to that is the Bernal Heights Neighborhood Center. So this is the Bernal Beast. It is a local pet shop. I love going in there. Lots of fun, cute things for pets. So this is definitely a dog-friendly neighborhood as well as kid-friendly, as is most of San Francisco. It's very dog-friendly. So you'll see lots of dogs and children in this neighborhood. The Good Life Grocery is a great grocery store here on Cortland. It's a proper grocery store, lots of like organic, local products, really kind of more of an artisanal, small boutique grocer. But they've got some really tasty stuff, some prep foods and lots of produce and enough to get you what you need in the neighborhood without having to go into the city, which is great, kind of back into the downtown. You've got a Kenpo place there on the corner next to the Lucky Horseshoe, which is a really fun bar. I actually went and saw a Fleetwood Mac cover band there several years ago. That was so much fun. They were actually really good. Got a candle and clothing store there. Ayurveda here. A nail place coming up here. Wild Side West, great bar. Very LGBTQ friendly. This was one of the oldest LGBTQ bars in San Francisco outside of the Castro. This was very lesbian forward and focused. Right next to the New Wheel, a little bike shop here. Crumb, another kind of restaurant. They do good brunch. And then coming up here, Progressive Grounds Coffee House, one of my favorite coffee places on Cortland. I'm probably going to go grab a cup of coffee real quick. All right, y'all, went to Progressive Grounds, got my coffee, I'm good to go. All right, so if you head up this way on Cortland a little bit more, it kind of ends this, kind of the end of more of like the commercial mixed use area. And it gets more residential, and we'll head over there in a little bit, and we'll head kind of closer to the Mission. But we're right here on Bennington and Cortland. We're going to head back down the other way on Cortland. This is the Epicurean Trader. Definitely lots of like artisanal chocolates and gifts and snacks, and then liquor and wine. Great if you're going to go get something and go take it to the park or go to somebody's house for a party or something. Great place to go stop. Over here, you've got a flower store, the Black Locket. Seems they're not open today. Coming up on Vega, it's another Italian restaurant, pizza, wine, and tasty Italian food. And they've got these cute little parklets. Again, these became really popular during the pandemic to build out a little bit into the street, give people outdoor space so they could enjoy dining without having to be inside with everybody else. Place, go duck yourself. They've got lots of different duck dishes, as you can imagine, Asian inspired, yummy, tasty grubs. They've also got pork and chicken. So you don't just have to like duck, but of course their specialty would be duck. The Book Castle, good for secondhand books, other books alike. You can go check that out. Always support your local bookstore. Chloe's Closet, recycled children's clothing and toys. You can see there is a definite demand for children's clothing and toys in this neighborhood because there are more children here. It's a nail shop here. The Lucky Horseshoe. Love this bar. I went and saw a Fleetwood Mac band here years ago with an old client of mine. Great spot, great band, actually. Fleetwood Mac cover band, I should say, of course. Lamas and Kempo Karate. Again, lots of things for the kiddos. Here we're coming up on the Bernal Beast. This is the dog pet store here. So you can see there's a lot of pets in this neighborhood, especially dogs. Love going in there. Oh my goodness, I think it's puppy day. Keep me away. 12 Small Things from One Big World. Another great like little gift shop place. Yeah, some really cute stuff in there. Ooh. Right next to the Bernal Heights Neighborhood Center. I don't think they're open on the weekends either. There you go. The Bernal Basket. Looks like you can order some food here. It's a bakery. They've got some good holiday stuff. Looks really tasty. And then United Dumplings, because dumplings, yum. Who doesn't love that? I love Bernal because it's got food from all sorts of different corners of the earth. I just ordered a kefta wrap from over there at Progressive Grounds. So I've got kind of like a Middle Eastern vibe. Seen definitely a few Mexican places, a few Asian places, a few Italian places. Over here again on some sushi Japanese. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. And this is just in a few blocks. They really do a really nice job here in Bernal to make it feel very homey and give everybody a little bit of something. So Moki's for sushi and Japanese. Going back closer to where we started on Cortland. This is Vino Rosso and Oteca. It doesn't look like they were open during the day, so they're setting up for the evening. Let's go head back to the car and let's drive around the neighborhood. So let's start the driving around portion so you can see a little bit more Bernal. So we are on Bennington. We're 1 block up from Progressive Grounds, which is right where Cortland was. We're going to drive up Bennington to show you. This is kind of a typical Bernal Heights street. Turn this way. You can just see how many hills there are. Bernal has got a lot of hills, a lot of residential hills. So they've got these very close together homes. A lot of them are all over, early 1900s to 1950s is most of the architecture. I would say earlier 1900s, though, probably being more the majority. You'll definitely get a few blocks like this where it's flat for a little bit and then the hills start again. And today it is a break in stormy weather we've been having. It rained a few days, and then this is, I think, the last day of no rain, and then it's going to start raining again tomorrow. So you do see some clouds rolling in for sure. But to note, Bernal is one of the sunnier neighborhoods in San Francisco. It generally gets pretty warm here. So when some of the rest of the city is foggy and cold, Bernal is usually sunny and warm. You can see the streets are cute. They're quaint. They're not, big, busy streets. You've got Cortland is probably the busiest street going through Bernal. And then around Bernal, there are some busy streets. But the residential streets, by and large, are pretty chill. You can see how it's flattish here, and then it starts to incline, and then at the end of the street there, that's Cortland where it's going to end. So it kind of does a T intersection up there. All right, so here we are at the corner of Mission and Lease. Now, this is kind of where Bernal starts on this side of the Mission. You can see over there. And then as you kind of come back in, if you were to take Mission further down, you were going to get into the Mission. This is Holly Park. And just look how beautiful this is. It's a great place to take the dog, take the kids, go get some fresh air, go walk around. It's a really nice maintained park. You can see there's a baseball diamond up there, and you've got, lots of grass to roll around on and throw a frisbee, play catch. So while Holly Park is technically the next little neighborhood over, it's right next to Bernal Heights. I wanted to just kind of throw it in here because it's such a cute little park and it's great to have really close by. How beautiful it is out there. And it's a big circle kind of up on top of a hill. So, a lot of people come from all around the circle to come up and go to the park. So a lot of people that live in Bernal do come over to Holly Park, even though technically it's not part of Bernal. And God bless San Francisco, that's how we do. Some neighborhoods are like 8 blocks long, and then it's like, oh, you're in another micro neighborhood. Super fun. So Holly Park, again, not technically Bernal, but I still think definitely worth checking out and noting. Right across from Holly Park, you've got Junipero Serra Elementary School as well. So there are a lot of kids in the surrounding neighborhoods right next to Bernal as well. Just to show you a few more blocks of what the neighborhood looks like in Cortland. Right now we are on Tompkins at Gates. You see a lot of these, neighborhood streets. We're coming up here, Paul Revere School College Prep. It's a private school, and you've got the playground there. As I mentioned, Bernal is one of the areas that a lot of people with children tend to gravitate toward. You can see that the neighborhood out here is not feeling like you're in downtown San Francisco. It's definitely more chill, more residential, very kind of like cute neighborhoody feel here. And we are coming up right now. It's a one-way street on this part of Prentice. And as we come up over the hill on Prentice, you'll see at the crest, we'll see where Cortland is, and then the park off in the distance. So now we're coming down the hill on Prentice. You can just see how hilly it is here from driving around. And then looking up the hill across the street, you got more hill on Prentice going up the hill. All right, and then this is Cortland. So going back to the left is kind of downtown Bernal. Over here to the right is Bayview. So let's go check out to the right a little bit. As we drive down Cortland, You can see off in the distance there, that is the freeway. So you've got a lot of freeway running right through Bayview, which is right next to Bernal. So Bernal is super convenient if you're commuting. You've got 280 and 101. They're going to take you, you can get over to the Bay Bridge. You can get down into the peninsula of Daly City or Pacifica, or down further into San Mateo and down into Silicon Valley. So this is a great neighborhood if you're commuting in and out of San Francisco as well. As we're coming up here, over here on the left is one of my favorite breweries, Bare Bottle Brewing. They've got a food truck out front, I think definitely on the weekends and a lot of the time during the week. Really great beer and fun stuff to do inside. They've got some video games, all sorts of good stuff. So let's drive a little bit. As I mentioned, we're kind of out of Bernal now. We're in Bayview. And Bayview is the next adjacent neighborhood over that's right near the freeways. So as you're coming around here, this is one of the 101 on-ramps that's to go south. You're coming up here kind of on the backside of Bernal. They do farmers market out here and a flea market. This is right here off the freeway, so a lot of people come in for that. Along Alamany right here, if you were to go straight at the light, you'll see more houses. My sister used to live along Alamany years ago. Great location in that it's easy to get on and off, but not as walkable from this part because getting up to Cortland is quite the trek up there. So this is more of kind of the area if you don't mind getting a good calf workout in, definitely can do that. But if you commute a lot, this is a good side to live on as well. See, some of these are more like the mid-century homes. So some of these are from like the 1940s and 50s. There might even be some from the 60s in here. But just to give you kind of an idea, different architecture down here a little bit more than up closer to Cortland. You'll get more kind of earlier 1900s, some more Victorian sprinkled in throughout. You can just see the incline again on this hill. We're coming up Crescent. This is another kind of main thoroughfare, more residential, not commercial, getting in and around Bernal. You can see another Muni line, the 67, the Bernal Heights line, the 24 ran down Cortland. There's lots of lines that come in and out of here. So very good for commuting and getting around if you use public transit or driving even. And now most of the architecture in Bernal, as you can see, earlier 1900s, mid 1900s, most are single family homes. There are some apartments and condos here, but more single family homes in this neighborhood. Thanks so much for joining me on our tour of Bernal Heights in San Francisco. Again, I'm Andrea West, Bay Area native and realtor since 2010. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, I would love to meet with you. My contact information is below. You can shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. You can also book a meeting with me. My QR code is in my banner. I know Bay Area real estate from both sides of the bridge. And when we work together, your goals are my business. Till next time.